Okay, so we are here still in Weinheim, now at a nice parking place where you have to pay to stay here with VALHALORE from Australia.
Hello.
After their ever first gig in Europe. And we are very proud. I think for Stormbringer is your first interview.
Yeah,
So
In Europe, yeah.
In Europe, of course.
I didn't
so
even think of that.
we are very, very, very proud. And we just watched an absolute incredible show, though this is why I am looking like that.
Same.
Yes, so this is my first question. Your first show, you have been excited, and how was it?
I mean, there's been so much build-up to I suppose this show being the first ever Europe show. You know, we had plans to come and play in Europe in 2020 2 times actually, but you know, we all know what happened in 2020
Yes.
with the pandemic, unfortunately. And you know, after that we were able to record and release our second album, which took a little bit of time, but we got there. And we knew as soon as we released that album, we just had to come to Europe. And fortunately, we get to be playing an awesome first European tour with awesome bands like Dark Oath, Nathan and Weldrifluster. And it's our first show has been an absolute whirlwind because, you know, we had 30 hours of travel, a couple jet lag days, and then straight into it today. So it's been a whirlwind. But we're very excited, very, very happy, and we feel like we've been able to live up to our expectation of coming to Europe. So
Yeah.
A happy whirlwind.
Yeah, so
Yeah, absolutely.
no, the people love you. It was really great.
Thank you.
And so with Rock of Angel Records, you have a German label.
Yes.
Do you have better opportunities with a German label for Europe and that?
Yeah. So with them, they're our distributor across the globe. So just having our music being accessed in pretty much every country is just already a huge boost to our brand and band. So that's been amazing. And Raw also have really great contacts in terms of, you know, booking agents and other people in the industry that we will be probably talking to a lot after this tour. So point is we'll be back again, which is exciting. Yeah.
Okay. And because of the pandemic, before there have been plans that you play at the Wacken Open Air. Are there now plans make up for a new chance for you to play in Wacken again, or other big festivals like maybe Summer Breeze? Are there plans for next year that the people can see you again?
Do you want to take that?
Yeah, there definitely is. So we really hope to keep the lines of communication open with the people at Wacken and hopefully get back here for, you know, maybe next year, maybe the year after. But, you know, we've seen that a lot of the lineups are already getting announced now for the Euro Summer next year, so maybe 2027. But yeah, we'll definitely get on the bandwagon for those big festivals.
Okay, that sounds very, very
It's been
good.
5 years since the one that was supposed to happen, so yeah, we're very keen.
With your first album, which was very successful, you have been tours with Blind Guardian and Hammerfall. So first album and then supporting such big bands, and then the pandemic came. I think this was very sad for you. So just have such success and then have this break.
Yeah. It was sad for every musician, wasn't it? You know, we all had to stop what we were doing.
Especially it was really difficult for the bands that don't have, you know, label support, or they don't have the industry connections. You know, they're just starting out as, you know, like your local band. We obviously started in Brisbane, Australia, with a bunch of other folk power metal bands as well at the same time, and they were all quite active, but unfortunately, you know, when COVID happened, they weren't able to sustain being a band. And we are actually one of the few bands, if not the only band that I can remember from that 2015 period when all these bands started, that is still going.
Yeah.
So it was really damaging to a lot of small up and coming local bands. You know, obviously the big bands, they still had, you know, label support, and they were able to do their live streams and charge tickets to that in a way, so they were still able to generate income. But yeah, for smaller local bands, it was very tough.
Yeah, just for a new fresh band, successful, and then But your first album, you release it again, but still at the old label, not with Rock of Ages.
No, it's with Raw. They've re-released it. Now.
Both.
Both albums. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great. It was really nice of them to do that as well.
Yeah. So you have a new chance to present yourself to the people, and that's very good. And you said folk metal just a moment ago. What would you say? I think I can't put you in a genre. You are everything.
Yeah, if I had $1 for this, every time someone has said that.
No, because it is so. I think it is so multi, and people who like more pagan metal or death metal or melodic metal, you are for everybody. I think.
Thank you.
No, it is really.
I mean, there is a lot of elements that we use, and some songs lean into some of those European styles a bit more heavily. I know our last song, A Walk Among the Stars, on our latest album, really draws upon black metal a little bit, just with some of the way the drumming is, and some of the words, and some of the music passages. And then other songs, you know, like Edge of Forever, a bit more upbeat, bit more, I don't want to use the word mainstream, but just a bit more catchy.
Mainstream is cheesy, and you are not cheesy.
No, thank you. I didn't want to use it.
I can headbang and I can dance. You know, it is so. I really love that. Cool. So you saw the people too, and
what an amazing first crowd in Europe ever. You know, for us, it's just unbelievable to see that there was a lot of people just for our first ever Europe show. You know, we're halfway across the world, you know, from Australia, you know, and it was amazing.
Very cool.
Are you successful in Australia? What is the scene in Australia like? Because it is so far away. I think you don't have so many opportunities. You maybe like a Blind Guardian, so that you wait till such big bands come, and or can you make it on your own there?
It's an interesting one, because we've had a lot of great opportunities supporting those bigger bands when they've come, but I think we like to believe we're relatively successful for the niche that we're in, you know, the folk metal niche in Australia. So, you know, we did a lot of those bigger supports, but recently in May we had a very successful headline run where, you know, I'm pretty sure most of the shows sold out, which was really fantastic. And you know, it's not, you know, we're not playing huge stadiums or whatever, but for the kind of music we play, felt really good. Jumping on the end of what you said, our headline May tour was so important for us coming here, because we have not used government support to come here for this tour. We've been able to do this ourselves, and that was because we had amazing support from the people that listen to us back home, who supported us and came out to see our shows in Australia.
Okay, that's very nice to hear.
So yes, we can kind of make it on our own.
Okay, no, but you know, because Australia is so far away, you know, and so we don't know so much about it, and because of this maybe stupid question, but for us Europeans, we have no idea about how it is in Australia.
It's a very for a folk metal band, it's very tough to become make a living off, if that makes sense. Very, very tough. There are a lot of other bands that are quite mainstream, you know, obviously Parkway Drive is a big one that people know. Amity Affliction, Make Them Suffer. There's a lot of those core bands.
Parkway Drive is no metal. No,
I
not
won't
for-
tell them you said that.
No, it's I'm not a fan. It's not. I like deathcore,
Sure.
like Lorna
Yeah.
Shore, Gojira,
There's a bit of a
Chelsea.
deathcore scene actually.
Yeah, there is a bit of
I
deathcore.
think of like Gloom in the Corner is.
Yeah, they're blowing up at the moment. Yeah,
They're from
yeah.
Melbourne, aren't they?
Yeah, Melbourne. Yeah,
For me, Parkway Drive are a little bit overrated, but this is my opinion.
but we won't go there.
No.
That's the kind of metal that's big in Australia.
Yes, that. Yeah,
okay.
that
Not
metalcore,
yeah,
hardcore.
not folk metal, not really European metal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to see the support that we get over there is amazing.
Yeah.
Because we know that the scene for folk metal is really hard.
Really small. Yeah, it's just a completely different market. It is so far away from the rest of the world. I mean, you look what happens when bands from here do a tour. You know, in Europe, there's so many different stopping points. I mean, this tour alone has, I think, 8 shows just in Germany.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas in Australia, the market is really the East Coast. Unfortunately,
Three
cities.
shows.
Yeah, 3 shows.
Okay.
And if you're a big enough and successful enough band, maybe you can add Adelaide and Perth, and you get 5.
Okay.
But you know, there's people that'll come to shows in countries like Germany. They'll just come. You know, this city, that city, that
Show
city.
hop.
Show hop, exactly, yeah.
And all
And then
over
all the other
Europe,
countries, exactly,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, so that's probably the biggest reason it's so different. Australia is a very big, very empty country compared to the continent of Europe and,
Very
the USA as well. Yeah, yeah, that's why.
Yeah. About your latest album, you said something that it is maybe like a story, like a concept. So don't mix it. Listen from the beginning to the end.
For the full listening experience, sure. Yes.
So you have a concept for your lyrics, maybe more a little bit Viking or fantasy or.
It's a bit more like interpersonal, you know. The album really talks about the notion of someone's being from before they were a person until after they've passed on, and all of the songs go through the ups and downs and highs and lows of whatever that person would experience throughout their life.
Okay, so because for me it is also a little fantasy, so like a fairy tale, so a little bit, but okay, but
Bit whimsical, you say? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good word.
You see that?
Good word. Whimsical.
And about fantasy, on your homepage, I saw that you have a little video game. How came that?
Yes. Well, that little video game was something we wanted to really use as a marketing tool when we first wanted to release the album 5 years ago. But because of the massive delay, we obviously had the game sitting there, and the opportunities passed by, unfortunately, when we were label hunting and just trying to get the album released. But with the game still there, I've got a lot of ideas for post-album content, and we will be referring to that game a little bit. So you've already had a sneak peek of it. We'll be talking more about that as well, and maybe releasing a different track of one of the songs off the new album in a different style.
Oh,
I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you also sell a game, a fantasy game. So you are a gamer. You love this.
Yeah, you're a gamer.
Do we start talking about games now? How long does that
have 5 hours?
The battery lasts for 3 hours.
3 hour battery. Okay, let's sit down.
Not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, we're huge gamers.
Joseph and I are probably the
biggest gamers in the
big
band.
gamers in the band. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're referring to the card game now as well. Like, there's obviously the video game on our page, but we've got a card game coming out as well. Yeah, we're huge.
Out.
Yeah, the card game is true. So yeah, we're huge nerds, really, is how I like
Big
to put
nerds.
it.
That's good. I'm a nerd too.
Yeah.
I'm gaming too.
We write
so
music for nerds.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes,
So you know, D&D, Magic the Gathering,
that's
all
why
of
I
that.
like it. Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
yeah.
Oh God, I played this so
It's fantastic,
many. I
yeah.
never stopped. I have so many decks. I collected
How
cards.
many decks have you got?
I have about 15 different decks.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I have just one deck is my sea deck with only sea creatures, a blue deck and
Awesome.
a dragon, and I have a swamp deck and oh my god.
So
And
we're
I
gonna
have
play
a-
Magic right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
No, but yeah, huge nerds, love video games. Most recently, like, I mean, take this tour, for example. We've been playing Hollow Knight Silksong, which is actually an Australian game. Huge shout out to Team Cherry.
Big shout out.
Yeah. Get that game, play Hollow Knight. We've been doing that this whole tour so far, so yeah, massive
fun.
gamers.
Okay, so but to come back to your music, you use a lot of I forget the name, instrument like a mandolin, violin, pipes, classic instruments. I did not know the word at the moment.
Orchestral
yes,
instruments.
Yeah.
yes, but not on stage. So do you like to change that to do this? You have only have the flute, the pipe.
Yeah, we have Sophie playing quite a range of different tin whistles. So some of them, because they're all in different keys, with all of our songs being in different keys, she needs to have a few different whistles to be able to play each of the song. And then some of the songs she might like to use like a low whistle, which has a that lower timbre sound to it, which suits the song a little better. And I've always felt that the tin whistle is such a beautiful instrument, and obviously we can't have a 70-piece orchestra on stage. I mean, one day would be amazing,
Okay.
like what Sabaton are doing right now.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But I think the tin whistle is, if not the best representative instrument of our music for people to feel something live. So I'm very happy that despite all our many different layers of orchestral instruments, the tin whistle's live.
Yeah, yeah. And on the back of that, we have in previous tours and previous shows had Sophie playing the flute as well. Occasionally we have had Lachlan on the mandolin at times. Sometimes we bring the acoustic guitars, but yeah, so far we haven't had violins or anything on stage.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be, a gear limitation.
And space.
We're already using all the channels in our gear, so we don't really have any other connections for like mandolin anymore, or like a live fiddle player, violin player.
Yeah.
But maybe one day.
Okay, yeah, but this is a brand mark for you, so you want to keep it with these classic instruments.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're a folk metal band. I want to make sure that we always keep that, that theme in our songs.
Yeah, the core, right? Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so I have no more questions. Done.
Thank you very much.
Cold.
It is very cold in here.
Well, we've just come from an Australian summer, and I hate the heat. So I'm having
great.
awesome time. I'm having a great time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
and
very
I
much.
wish you so much fun and luck and success for the rest of the tour.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.